My name is Colum Ginnelly. I farm with my mother just over 400 acres of land between mountain, lowland. The islands you see behind us here, along the shores of Clove. We farm along the Neffenbeg mountain range as well. So we're a mixture of hill sheep farming and lowland farming as well. When I say lowland farming, we mean we've a kind of small commercial flock as well, Suffolk, Thistle, just to produce a better lamb for this area, especially on the green land we have. But the hill farming is our main source of income. Come on. This is probably one of the most important fields that we have. Let's say for the rearing of lambs, they just thrive better on this type of grass. When you look at the hills, these type of sheep would not survive on the hills, and they just wouldn't thrive. With this and the islands, what you see there, Minishmore and Inishkeel in the distance, these are very important to us to produce a better quality lamb. One time when you look at these fields here, it's the grass, how much grass we would have, and that's all important. But when we look at it now, it's what type of flowers are growing up through it. We would have normally come in here and sprayed these just at a boom sprayer. Now we're looking at that differently, and it's all got to do with nature. New spray, Mortone or all that, that gets into water and travels for miles. That's one thing we've cut back on a lot of, is spraying, using of chemical, and even cutting back on fertiliser even at that. Something suffers sometimes, so the look mightn't be as good, but what you have on your feet is better, and we're not harming the environment. Now this is a prime example of a flower plant. Very positive indicator in the landscape. And one time when we'd be coming into the field here and we're walking past it, the first thing that this would get is belt the stick across the middle of it, and it'd bend over, and you felt satisfaction with doing that. Now, as you can see, this field has just been recently topped, and it was more awkward going around it. I left it there because of what wild Atlantic nature has taught us. It's taught us that these are very important. So when you even look at the flowers on the top of it, very important. You often come here and you see the bees on it, and when you see that, well, that's what we've been told is important. So it's just learning all about this. An area of divided mountain that we farm, and at the moment we're starting a project here in cooperation with Wild Atlantic Nature, temporary fencing off 30 acres of this area here, just to see how it can recover, or will it recover. It's very exposed, a very exposed landscape, and you can see over years of Atlantic storms coming in over it, it has eroded the soil away from it. Also, it can be a pinch point for grazing, for animals congregating, maybe to come down, our own sheep or cattle, whatever it is, looking to come down. So this is just a project that we're going to start now at the end of the year. It's going to be a temporary fence, 30 acres fenced off, with the intention of just to see how to recover over maybe a 5-10 year period. So hopefully in 5 years time, 10 years time, I'm here talking to you saying, look at this example of a section of mountain can recover. And when you just turn around and look beside you, you have the Great Western Greenway along here. So even for people cycling by, they'll get maybe an example of what we can do. It's very hard to make a living from farming, especially sheep farming. Especially when you're rearing a family. So you have to, nearly every farmer has diversified out some way. And when I say diversified, is they have an off-farm income. It mightn't be much, but it just keeps you ticking over. And because of myself, let's say, I went into taxiing, never drank, and I would always be driving people around, so I just said to myself, well, why not make a few pound out of it? It's all part of what we do. It's like diversifying from being sheep farmer, full-time sheep farmer, to doing private tours, private hire. All of a sudden now it's changed again to how we manage the environment. And that's all got to do with the Wild Atlantic Nature project, just teaching us what's beneath our feet is more than grass, that is flowers, plants, all positive indicators for a good, healthy landscape.